Blessed, love, and blessed day, oh, boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fighting nation. It's Coach Fight, and this is real life boxing. Great night of fights last night. We had Devin the Dream Haney beat up Jorge Linares, and Donaire knocks out OUBAALI. Hey, before we get into it, I'm going to ask you guys to smash on that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you can be notified when new content is being uploaded on the channel. Let's get into it, man. Devin the Dream Haney beats up Jorge Linares. I'm not gonna say that he outclasses him, because he didn't really outclass him. Jorge Linares, crafty veteran, trained well for Devin Haney, put up a good fight. But Devin Haney, absolutely, he did beat him up. Won a unanimous decision, and Donaire knocks out OUBAALI. Let's talk about it. We're actually gonna compare these two fights because they have similar stories. There's younger fighters, younger champions fighting older fighters trying to redeem themselves, get their championships back, and so forth. But two completely different outcomes, and that's what we have to talk about in this video. So let's start with Donaire and the brutal knockout of OUBAALI. Now, the fight starts, and I'm thinking, all right, it's gonna be competitive, but Donaire started to land some heavy shots early, and I was like, it's not looking too good for OUBAALI. And then Donaire gets the timing and the rhythm of OUBAALI's punches and what he was doing very, very, very early in the fight. Takes advantage of it and brutally knocks out OUBAALI. Now, he knocked him down. He hurt him in the middle of the third round, and then damn near knocks him out at the end of the third round. And the referee, Jack Reese, does a good job to allow OUBAALI to get his wits back, gives him the time at the end of the round, gives him the count and whatnot. OUBAALI comes back out, and he makes a decision. And decision that he made causes him the fight, causes him his first loss, causes him his WBC bantamweight belt. Now let's go to, we're gonna stop it right there. Now let's go to Devin the Dream Haney against Jorge Linares. This was a very good fight. I thought that Devin Haney beat him up, but Jorge Linares did not come to lay down, and was actually coming to win the fight. He was doing good things like countering Devin Haney's right hand with a left hook. Very good things. You know what I mean? Letting his hands go at certain times, trying to catch Devin Haney with some shit. So a very good fight. Like, shout out to Jorge Linares. Now we're gonna shout out Devin Haney for absolutely a brilliant performance, a very, very, very good performance. Devin Haney stood in the pocket with Jorge Linares, traded punches with him. You know, gave the boxing fans a more exciting fight. Gave the boxing fans what they've been asking for. People say Devin, even me, I think in some fights he moves around, you know what I'm saying, way too much, and robs himself of better offensive performances because he's doing so much moving. But this fight, he decides to not use his legs so much and to stand in the pocket with Jorge Linares and to do some work. And honestly, he performed very well, working behind his jab, very defensively sound, very sharp, counter punching, feinting, just doing all the things that you want to see a young fighter doing. Working working upstairs and downstairs, changing levels, just brilliant fighting by Devin Haney. Now we're gonna go down to the end of the 10th round where he gets clipped by Jorge Linares because he decided to stand there and throw punches. But I want to talk about the decision making. Devin Haney, they both heard the knock. It was literally right at the end of the round. They both heard the knock, wanted to give the fans some exciting moments of action, so starts trading punches with Jorge Linares. Gets caught with a little short right hand that buckles him. You know what I'm saying? Sends him back to his corner wobbly. Now, he says that he wasn't hurt, and that's fine. I'm not going to get on him for that, because I think that fighters, this is why fighters have trainers, and a person looking out, because I think that fighters a lot of times in the moment, they don't even realize that they're hurt. Their mind is telling them that they're not hurt. Their body is doing a completely different thing. Maybe when Devin Haney goes and watches, back over the fight, he'll see that his legs were a little wobbly. But anyway, he gets clipped at the end of the round. He comes back out in the next round, and he makes a decision. All right? Now we're going to go back to the OUBAALI fight, because very same scenarios, right? OUBAALI's hurt. He gets to go into the corner, gets to take a round off. Trainers peppering him with water, doing the most, trying to get him to get his wits back. But OUBAALI goes back into the fight, and he makes the opposite decision from what Devin Haney made. And these are the little things in boxing that separate good fighters from great fighters, average fighters from above average fighters, great fighters from legendary fighters. These are the little things that separate the two. OUBAALI decides to go back into the fight gung-ho. He wants to do the same thing that he was doing that allowed him to get caught. He wants to trade. He wants to, go in there and show that he can hit harder than Nonito Donaire, or that he can hurt Nonito Donaire. And he pays for it brutally. He pays for it with his first loss, with the knockout, and with losing his belt. He pays for it brutally. Again, he makes a decision that he wants to go gung-ho, not hold, not respect Nonito Donaire's punching power. He wants to trade punches with Nonito Donaire and show Nonito Donaire that he can hurt him too. It doesn't work. He gets knocked out. The fight is over in the 4th round. Now I want to compare that to the decision that Devin Haney makes, because Devin Haney, he makes another decision. And the decision that he makes, even though he told us that he wasn't hurt, he makes a subconscious decision to start grabbing Jorge Linares, to hold Jorge Linares. For a round, he just needed a round, the 11th round, and then a little bit of the 12th round, and then once his legs were fully back, he got back to beating the shits, to putting the beats by Dre on Jorge Linares. All right, so, but I want to focus on the decision that he made to grab, because everybody is chastising him for this. But I got to praise him for that, because that right there is the difference between him winning and losing that fight. In a fight that he was, first of all, in a fight that he dominated. Let's not get it twisted. He beat up Jorge Linares, all right? He dominated the fight. But that little thing, yes, Jorge Linares touched him with a nice shot. And that is the difference between winning and losing. I got to tell you, OUBAALI is a professional fighter, world champion, makes the decision not to grab. He never even attempted to. Devin Haney, young fighter, world champion, even though people say it's an email champion, whatever, subconsciously, he makes the decision to grab and to hold Jorge Linares. And it was the right fucking thing to do. I'm a boxing trainer. You seen a professional world champion not make the right choice and get knocked out and lose his belt brutally. And then you saw another one make another decision, maybe that you didn't like because he's holding whatever. He's still undefeated and he has his belt. It's the difference between good and great. Great and legendary, average and not average. I'm sorry to tell you, but if you're watching this video, whether you're a pro, an amateur, you're in sparring, you're in a fight, you get hurt, you better fucking grab. You better hold him. I don't give a shit how much the crowd is booing. All right? I don't give a shit what the goddamn crowd is saying. You want to secure your victory and your title, you better fucking hold him. And you better hold him like your life depends on it. So, let's not act retarded and not give Devin Haney the props that he deserved. When Floyd Mayweather got hurt by Sugar Shane Mosley, go back and watch it. You know what he did? He fucking grabbed him. And that's what you better do if you're in a sparring fight or a fight and you get hurt. You better fucking hold them. It's the difference between winning and losing. Go watch the fights between Devin Haney and Jorge Linares, and then Nonito Donaire and OUBAALI. It's two different outcomes because the fighters made two different decisions. Not now. OUBAALI, he might have held. He was probably going to get knocked out either way. But I'm saying, in a fight where Devin Haney is winning the entire fight, and then he gets clipped, right? Clipped to the point where his legs was underneath him. He could have got hit with some more shit and got finished, all right? He made the right decision to grab Jorge Linares. Whether you as a boxing fan liked it, or not, it was only for like a few minutes. For the rest of the fight, he dominated. Give the young man props. He made a world-class decision last night that allowed him to retain his belt and win the fight. So, going forward, I hope to see more fighters make smart and wise decisions like that. You guys, leave your comment in the comment section. Keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times, man. Boom! Peace and one love, man. We out of here.